Hello everyone and welcome to the mill. Today for you, I have some live play of RRR Ball, which, well, that's as the designer's note, is often pronounced that way, but shouldn't be confused with the pirate game of the same name, because what we are playing is the Realms Redux solo mode, RRR Ball. And this is going to be played in a tournament style. So, we are playing Rolling Realms Soccer. We'll go with that. All right, so what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you how to set up a tournament for it, and I'll get you through game one and a little how to play the solo mode. Then I'm going to continue this series because this is a kind of 5-week league tournament thematically. So this video will be how to play in week 1, and then the next video will be week 2 and 3, and the last video I will bring you 4 and 5. So by the end of this, you'll get to see every round played in the solo mode, and then we'll throw in some other rounds maybe for the last one. Oh, and Selenia needs to say hi, apparently. Hi. You gonna help me kick the soccer ball around? Dice? Yeah, you are. All right, so I might have a helper when it comes to the dice rolling. All right, so give me a minute. I'm gonna go bring the camera down to the tail and we'll get started learning how to play Rolling Realms Redux solo mode, otherwise known as RRR Ball. All right, we're back at the table and I didn't really set anything up yet to start our tournament because I kind of wanted to bring you through that and show you. So we have our rule book that tells us just how to play the solo mode. So this is the RRR Ball tournament. So, as you can see in the introduction, this one you play in a tournament over a series of seasons, and there are 5 leagues. So, as you can tell, you have and they each have their own dice tracker, so roll tracker, I guess. And so, if you look, League 1 is the hardest. Notice that looks pretty scary. And League 5 would be the easiest. It recommends starting with League 4. So that is the one that I'm going to be doing. If you notice what's really kind of cool here, I'm going to get an extra die for turn 0 in League 4. So that's where we're going to start. And kind of what happens is as you go through these 5-week seasons and tournaments, you could potentially get regulated to an easier one, or you're going to go higher. So it really thematically brings out that soccer or football kind of feeling with how these work. Okay? So a season consists of 5 weeks, which I kind of already talked about in the intro. And so for this one, I'm going to bring you through the setup, and we're just going to do number 1. All right. Each match, people are going to score between 0 and 4 goals, so it's going to be me or you versus the bots A, B, and C. So if you're following along and want to play, you can. Then at the end of the season, we can decide if we're going to be promoted, relegated, or we're going to stay in the same league. So page 3 of the rule book, we're going to set up for a season. So what I've done is have the nice dividers in Rolling Realms Redux. I've taken the black ones here. Now I'm going to need this. I am not going to need this sheet for solo mode because I am going to be using the League 4 die roll sheet. And what I've done is I have the one from all the Redux rounds. We're going to use 3 each week. So there are 12 Redux rounds. And we're going to need 15 of these. So I'll use these for the first 4 weeks. And the 5th week, I will probably go with, I might do the 3 new rounds, the promo rounds that also came out at the same time as Rolling Realms Redux. All right. So we have shuffled our rounds. And it says place the ranking card on the table and write 4. So this is the ranking card. We are in League 4. And this is how we are going to track our weeks. Note, it says write the accumulated goal total for each team each week. All right, so we're just going to be playing week 1 here. So I have that here and ready. Okay, and then place a resource card. I have the resource card and remaining cards of each type. I'm not going to be using risky rewards. You can use risky rewards with it, but I'm not going to do that right now. So we are also going to, there's also a way to, if you look, we're in week 1. This will tell us what bots A and B gets. We'll do that at the end. I am playing bot C for this week. All right, so let's get this set up. So to prepare, we need to take out these star cards. Notice bot stars left, center, and right. Just gonna move that to the side for a second. I'll get this table a little cleaned up here in a little bit. Okay. Now, how this is going to work. Now I'm going to draw my 3 rounds. So first we have the Guild of Merchant Explorers, Dog Park, and Flamecraft. Now I've played each of these once. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is figure out what our opponent, bot C, scored throughout the game. Well, at least how many stars they got, so that at the end we can determine who had more goals. So I might have just told you I've only played through these realms once, except then after I did that, apparently the audio stopped recording, so we're redoing it. And this is now probably my 3rd time doing these realms. However, I would just like to point out that in the original, I kind of kicked bot C's butt. I got some lucky rolls. All right, so the way we're going to determine how many stars the bot gets is by looking at these little cheat sheets. So we have the left, and we are playing bot C, and this is the Guild of Merchant Explorers. So as you can see, they start with 5 stars. Bot C doesn't add any extra stars, so they are going to have 5 stars. So this is the one that's going to be a little harder to beat because we have to beat them. So we need to get all the stars in Guild of Merchant Explorers to be able to beat the bot. And that would score us 1 goal. Now, go Dog Part in the center. Dog Part has 4.5. We are playing bot C. Notice it says minus a star. So actually Dog Part, we need to get to 4 stars to beat them. And this one, which you might think, oh, that doesn't sound too bad. However, when you look at the Dog Park realm, you can see it can be a little difficult. I'll go over that when I go over the realm a little bit. And then Flamecraft. Flamecraft starts with 4. Bot C is minus a star, so they're going to have 3 stars there. Which, once again, a little challenging. Because once again, we still need to get 4 stars there to beat them. So this is where it's a little different. Our goal is to beat them in each of these realms to score a goal. And then the overall score would also score a goal. So first we'll record their score. All right. Notice in week 1 of our league play, bot C gets 0.1 stars for resources, and then their total stars with that is 5, plus 3.5 is 8.5, plus 3 would be 11.5, plus the 0.1, so they have 11.6. So that's the overall score we have to beat to get that final goal. So the most goals you can score each week is 4. All right, you'll kind of see here, you can see bots A and B are facing each other, and we'll take care of what they're scoring at the end of this too. All right, so we are playing in League 4, which is the recommended one to start in. And then after you get through the full league, then you can figure out if you're getting relegated, or if you're moving up. So the first thing we have to do is turn 0. So I'm going to roll 1 die, which is a 6. Okay. Now I'm going to roll the other die in case you run into something that says, oh, you need to know the result of the other die. That would be a 1. So we're starting off with a 6. Now, looking at these, you can tell with Guild of Merchant Explorers, different dice numbers are going to let you color in your paths, and they have to be connected. All right. See this symbol here? That means they don't have to be adjacent when you're putting the new ones on, nor do those, but they still have to be connected to something you've already put in there. And we're gonna have to start at this castle. So we definitely wanna get going on that. That might be where I start. All right, dog park. We only can walk one dog at a time, and we want to avoid these tennis balls. We only want the bones. So this is another one where 6 is good as well, because if we can get to the end of the line and we only have circled one tennis ball, we'll get 2 stars. So my goal really for this one is going to be to finish 2 dogs and try to get those 2 stars in each of them. Flamecraft is definitely a trickier one. All right, you can either enchant, which is doing the circles, outline any resource circle, or write a number to gather in a matching shop. And you can see different die numbers you can gather in different ones. When you gather, you gain any of the circled benefits, and you have to mark them. All right, and you activate the shop's ability. Okay, so you're only going to be able to really get those resources once, but to get stars, you need to fill up all those shops. So we're going to need to either completely complete 2 shops, or complete 1 shop and get 1 in each of them. So you score 1 star per shop where you outline both enchanted circles, and 1 star per shop where you wrote 3 numbers. So that one's a little tricky, and we have to get at least 4 stars there. So with this 6, part of me really wants to put in this dog park. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I really like going there. I also want to get started in guild. You know, I think I'm gonna go dog park with the 6. So we can outline this. That'll guess the pumpkin. All right, and we'll go over there. Okay, 3 and a 1. Not too helpful in dog park. Okay, 3 will let me do quite a bit there. I might do that. And okay, so I'm gonna use my 3 over in Guild of Merchant Explorers, so I can do 2 in a row here. We're gonna start going this way so I can get to that star. The star spaces can be any terrain, so that's helpful. So I get a heart, and with that 1, I'm just going to circle. All right. So that way we've enchanted, so that's building that up already too. Ooh, double 6. That is handy. What I might do here is, this doesn't hurt. Okay, I'm gonna circle this star, so I have 1 in guild already. And then with this, that means I can do 1 of all of them. We're just gonna keep going up here. So that gets me a heart and a pumpkin. And since I rolled a pair, I can use both those hearts to get me an extra 6. So with the other one, I'm going to finish off this dog part here, which will get me the 2 stars right away. And then with the other 6, I could either write it in here, which would gain me a pumpkin or a heart. I don't have any enchantments there. But that'd be really nice then. Get me started there. Or I could just circle that one. I think I'm actually gonna go here. So I'll trigger this, and I'm gonna get a pumpkin. All right, doubles aren't bad. 5 and 4. Let's see, let's look at these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. It's not an easy one to get to a bone and a dog right now. All right, and what do we have, a 5 and a 4? So I could do 2 of the same here, or I could do a water and 2 of any. Okay, I think I'm going to go with the 4 here because that gives me the 2 water spaces because I need to start branching this way anyways. So we'll start branching this way. And then I can put that 5 here and get another resource. We're working our way through. All right, we'll go with that. 3s, more doubles. If only I'd gone for hearts. All right, so that 3 I'm definitely gonna put in this dog part here. So that'll get me another heart. And the other 3, so let's me do 2 of the same, which since that could be any, I might do that. Okay, so I'm gonna do 2 of the same, which will get me the coin and another star. And then with that coin, I'm actually gonna spend that to enchant again here so I can start utilizing that. So maybe then I can enchant, that can help me enchant here too. Now I only have 1 heart, so not doing anything with doubles. All right, 5 and 4 again. Interesting rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 4. Okay. Well, this 4 I can put here, which will let me cross these off and give me 2 pumpkins. Also gives me that star. And lets me enchant anywhere, which is outline a resource circle. So I can do this. So now I'm getting close to getting that one done as well. All right, so that was my 4. Now with my 5. Okay. So this means this gives me a little variety. They don't need to be adjacent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle you and you. Do I want that pumpkin? I think I'm just going to go over here since they don't have to be adjacent and get that other star that I hadn't gotten. So I have 4 stars here, so I'm getting really close to that. Just need to finish walking this dog to beat that. I'm actually feeling pretty good. Come on, dice, be nice, be nice. 3 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, the 1, 2, 3 will get me to this bone. That'll get me another. I have a lot of pumpkins. And that's 6. Let's see. That's 6. What's a water? And then over 2. And then that one would be use a number to mark hexes, middle of your city, or okay, so you can rotate the patterns. So I'm trying to figure out if this means, I might look up the rulebook to double check if I can do, if it means I have to do 1 of each or I can just do any. So just give me a second here. All right, so I looked up the compendium. So these 3 here with Guild of Merchant Explorers, you can do 1 of each and they don't have to be adjacent. So that's really, and if you know if it's not a water there. So doesn't really help me much in that one. So what I think I'm gonna do is put my 6 here because that'll get me that star. All right, there it is. And I'll at least get the 1 coin there. All right, because I just need to get that star, I just need that coin outlined. I don't necessarily need it to be crossed off. So okay, so I get a coin and then actually I'm gonna take another heart there. All right, 6 and 3. All right, I need to get the 3 here. So if I do the 3 here, then I can circle that guy. So that gets me another star. So all I have to do is get a 2, 3, or 4 in there. And then the 6 will finish off my house here, which gets me my 2 stars here. So now I know I've beaten the bot in Dog Park. And I am a 2, 3, 4 away from being in Flamecraft. And I just need to get to these 2 stars here. So I'm looking pretty good for at least beating the bot. So let's see what we can do. 2 and 2. All right, so 2 here just lets me do 1, which isn't necessarily a horrible thing, and a 2 will let me go here. So I'm gonna go here, grab my pumpkin. Actually, you know what? I have so many pumpkins. So maybe we'll put the 2 here so I can finish that off. All right, so now I have my 4 stars in Flamecraft. And then what I might do is I'm gonna get that other 2 to be a 3. Because with a 3, I can do 2 of the same here. So now I can go 1, 2, and that gets me another pumpkin. All right, which I should be able, I have a ton of pumpkins, so I think I'll be able to complete Guild of Merchant Explorers on my next turn. So that's really all I have to focus on. 3 and 1, which actually works well. So that 1, I can just plop here to get that 5th star. And then with that 3, I'll just use my 3 pumpkins so that I can put another die in here. And it can be a 3 or a 4 that will let me get that final star. And we did it. All right, so now we'll look at my totals. My resource stars are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0.6 for my resources. My total stars are 6, 10, 14, 14.6. So I win that goal. So once again, I have crushed this bot a bit, and I have scored 4 goals. They've scored 0s. I beat them on stars in every realm, and I beat them overall. So now for the die roll. Oh, I was only supposed to roll 1. Sorry about that. I'll roll this guy. So it's going to be the die roll plus the league number. Our league number is 4. All right, 3. 4 plus 3 is 7. So we'll go with this one. I think, coincidentally, I think this is exactly what I got last time. So week 1, I score 4. Bot A scores 2. Bot B scored 1. And C scored 0. So that is week 1. And that is how you set up and play RRR Ball. All right, so what I'll do next time is I'll go through game weeks 2 and 3. All right, in week 2, I'll be playing bot B, and in week 3, I'll be playing bot A. So we'll do that next time on our next edition of RRR Ball. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments, and also let me know if you could do better than me or the bot. And I'll see you next time. Bye.